All right, so get this. Today we are diving deep into a world where memes and money, they collide.
They do, and specifically on the Radix blockchain, too.
Yeah, now you might be thinking that meme coins, they're all a joke, but trust me, this is a deep dive. You do not want to miss it.
Oh, it is a fascinating case study, for sure. We're going to analyze Telegram chat logs. These are from a community dedicated to these Radix meme coins.
Right.
Yeah, a place called Rly.Fun.
Rly.Fun, and think of it as like a digital petri dish.
Oh, okay.
Where we can watch like the birth, life, and sometimes just dramatic death of all these different meme coins. We got coin names in here that would make your grandma blush. Things like CMY, Ghost, Speed. The list goes on.
It's certainly a colorful cast of characters, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But beyond the absurdity, I think there's a lot to unpack here. Our goal today is to kind of understand what factors separated the coins that like skyrocketed to graduation, and think of graduation as making it to the big leagues of decentralized exchanges from those that just like faded away.
Yeah, exactly. And we will be exploring the strategies employed by these Dions, the risk-taking crypto enthusiasts. They all flock to Rly.Fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see how all their actions, both brilliant and, sometimes questionable, really shape this unique corner of the crypto world.
Totally. And to really understand all the dynamics at play here, I think we really need to start with like the genesis of Rly.Fun itself.
Okay.
It kind of burst on the scene late 2024.
Oh, wow.
And like quickly became the go-to platform for launching these Radix meme coins.
From what I've seen just in these chat laws, it seems like the platform's creator, who goes by Early Dev, seems to be like a bit of legend in the community.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps mentioning the Early token too. What's the deal with that?
Well, Early is the native token of the Rly.Fun platform, and it was created by Early Dev. What's really interesting here is that Early Dev wasn't just like some anonymous figure who launched a platform and then like disappeared. They were very active in the community, using profits from the platform for what are called buybacks.
Wait, hold on. Back up for a sec. Can you explain what a buyback is for, those of us who aren't fluent in crypto jargon?
Oh, of course. So in simple terms, a buyback is when the creator of a token uses their own funds to buy back a portion of the existing token supply from the market.
Okay.
And this usually results in a price increase for the token just as the circulating supply decreases.
Got it. So Early Dev was buying back early tokens, which I'm guessing made people pretty happy?
It did, especially a user that we'll be hearing a lot about named Radiant78.
Okay.
He's a passionate advocate for Early.
Right.
But more broadly, the buybacks really helped to establish Early Dev's credibility and kind of contributed to a sense of trust within the community.
That makes sense. If you see the creator putting their money where their mouth is, because you get more confidence in the project. But let's talk about this community. It seems like a real mix of personalities in here.
Totally. You've got Yo, who seems to be this witty observer, always just dropping these little philosophical nuggets in between like the meme spam.
Right.
Then you've got Vaidhav, who appears to be more like data-driven, constantly crunching numbers and analyzing the token distribution.
Okay.
And of course, there's Radiant78, whose unwavering faith in Early is almost a running joke in the chat.
Speaking of running jokes, I keep seeing references to this meme cabal. Is this like some kind of a secret society controlling the meme coin market?
It's more like a semi-serious, semi-joking group of influential figures within the community. Think of them as like the meme lords who held sway over this digital kingdom,
Yeah.
Some users believed that they were the puppet masters behind all the successful coin launches.
Oh.
Orchestrating like pump and dumps and manipulating the market.
Like pump and dumps. You're gonna have to break that one down for me too.
Yeah. So pump and dump is essentially a scheme where a group of people artificially inflate the price of a token. And they do this usually through coordinated hype and buying activity.
Right.
And then they quickly sell off their holdings once the price has risen, leaving unsuspecting investors holding the bag.
So it's basically a way to make a quick buck at the expense of others. Sounds pretty shady.
It can be, for sure.
Yeah.
And the fact that the meme cabal was often accused of orchestrating these schemes just added another layer of intrigue to the already fascinating world of Rly.Fun.
So it's like a real-life crypto conspiracy theory playing out in all these Telegram chats.
Exactly. And I think it highlights one of the key aspects that we'll be exploring today.
Okay.
The strategies that these meme coin traders were using to try and make a profit, both ethical and less so.
I bet there's some wild stories in those logs. What can you tell us about the tactics these degens were employing?
Well, one of the biggest issues was something called front-running bots. And these are automated programs that can buy tokens within milliseconds of a new launch, giving their owners a significant advantage over regular traders.
So it's like a high-speed race to scoop up these tokens before anyone else.
Exactly. Imagine trying to compete against a cheetah in a foot race. That's what it was like trying to buy tokens against these bots.
Wow.
Created a lot of frustration and anger within the community.
So how do you even stand a chance in that kind of environment?
Well, some traders tried to develop their own bots to compete.
Oh, wow.
While others relied on like community shilling, which is basically coordinated hype and promotion to like pump up the price of a token.
It's all about outsmarting the algorithms and playing the psychological game then.
In many ways, yes. And that's where the role of FOMO comes into play.
Oh, yeah, FOMO.
Or the fear of missing out.
That's a powerful force, especially in the crypto world. Tell me more about how it influenced the Rly.Fun community.
Well, imagine you're scrolling through the Telegram chat. You see everyone going crazy over this new meme coin, claiming it's the next big thing. Prices are skyrocketing. People are posting screenshots of their like massive gains. And you're sitting there thinking, I don't want to miss out on this.
Yeah, that's a recipe for impulsive decisions, right?
Exactly. FOMO can push people to like buy tokens without doing their research simply out of fear of missing out on potential profits.
Right.
And in the meme coin world, where prices can fluctuate wildly, FOMO can be a very dangerous game.
So it's like a digital gold rush where everyone's scrambling to get their hands on the next big nugget, even if it turns out to be fool's gold.
That's a great analogy. And that brings us to another important aspect of the Rly.Fun ecosystem, the constant quest to identify the next meme coin that would graduate.
Okay, remind me again, what does graduation mean in this context?
Right. So graduation is the term that's used to describe the process of a meme coin transitioning from the Rly.Fun launchpad to a decentralized exchange, where it can be traded by a much wider audience.
So it's like moving from the minor leagues to the majors.
Exactly. And graduation typically results in a significant, like, price increase for the token as it's now accessible to a larger pool of buyers.
Got it. So these degens were obsessed with trying to predict which coins would be the next to graduate.
Right.
And then they'd pile in hoping to ride the wave to riches.
Precisely. Yeah. They would analyze the token distribution, trading patterns, developer activity, and even community sentiment, just trying to identify any signs that might indicate a coin was on the verge of like graduating.
It sounds like a full-time job trying to keep up with all of this.
It was, and that's why some traders turn to like tools like bots and sophisticated data analysis techniques just to gain an edge in this highly competitive environment.
So it's not just about memes and luck then. There's a lot of strategy and analysis involved in trying to make it in this meme coin world.
Absolutely. And as we delve deeper into the Rly.Fun saga, we'll uncover some of the more ingenious and sometimes controversial tactics that these traders employed.
I'm all ears. Let's get into some of these stories. What are some of the more noteworthy projects that emerged from all this meme coin madness?
Well, there are quite a few that stand out. Yeah. For example, there's the ban token, and whose entire like value proposition was based on getting banned from the main Telegram group.
Wait, you had to get banned to make money?
It sounds crazy, right?
Yeah.
But it was this like satirical commentary on the absurdity of the meme coin space, and surprisingly, it gained quite a following.
That's incredible. Okay, give me the other one.
All right. How about UG?
UG, okay.
It was a token that that openly declared itself as a rug pull, which, as we discussed earlier, is basically a scam where the developers disappear with investor funds.
So it was a self-proclaimed scam. Yeah. I'm guessing it didn't end well.
Actually, in a twist of irony, RUGI defied expectations and performed quite well.
A rug pull that didn't rug. That's wild. What happened there?
Well, it seems like the community embraced the absurdity of it all and turned it into a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, the more people talked about it being a rug pull, the more attention it got, and the higher the price went up.
It's like they were laughing in the face of danger, turning a potential scam into a profitable meme.
Exactly. It was a perfect example of the unpredictable and often irrational nature of the meme coin market.
Okay, I'm starting to understand the appeal of all this meme coin madness. It's chaotic, it's risky, but it's also incredibly entertaining and unpredictable.
It's a wild ride for sure.
Yeah.
And as we continue our deep dive, we'll explore how this Rly.Fun phenomenon impacted not only the lives of individual traders, but also the wider Radix ecosystem.
I can't wait to hear more. Let's keep digging.
Let's do it. You know, as we're sifting through all these chat logs, one thing becomes crystal clear. This whole Rly.Fun saga wasn't just about, like, you know, wacky memes and overnight fortunes.
You're saying there's, like, more to it than meets the eye. I'm intrigued.
Oh, absolutely. It inadvertently became this breeding ground for, like, innovation on the Radix platform. Almost like they stumbled into progress while chasing memes.
So how did this meme-fueled frenzy actually lead to real technological advancements?
Well, take the story of Dian. He was the developer behind the Right Tia token, the one we mentioned earlier.
Right.
Remember, that's the one tied to real-world cheese purchases.
Yeah.
Initially, some people just dismissed him as like another meme coin creator, but he ended up making significant contributions to the Radix ecosystem.
Hold on. Cheese and crypto. I got to hear more about this.
So he was one of the first to integrate a feature called Radlock into his projects, and this allowed developers to, like, lock up their tokens for a set period.
Okay, but what's the big deal about, like, locking up tokens?
It sounds a bit counterintuitive if you're, you know, trying to make a quick profit.
It was a game changer, you know. By locking up their tokens, developers demonstrated their commitment to the project, reassured investors that they wouldn't just suddenly dump all their holdings and cause the price to crash.
Ah, I see. So it was like a signal of good faith, showing, you know, that you're in it for the long haul, not just, you know, a quick pump and dump.
Exactly. And that boost in credibility driven by a meme coin developer, no less.
Yeah.
It had this, like, ripple effect across the whole platform.
Wow.
More serious projects started taking notice, and Rly.Fun's, like, reputation began to shift.
Okay, so Dan was like a bit of an accidental revolutionary, pushing the boundaries of what was possible on Radix, all while rewarding people for, you know, eating cheese. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it really underscores a key point. Innovation doesn't always come from, you know, the expected places.
Sometimes it's born out of chaos and experimentation, fueled by a community that isn't afraid to try new things.
It's like that old saying, necessity is the mother of invention. Or in this case, maybe meme coin mania is the mother of innovation.
I love that. And Dane wasn't the only one pushing the envelope either. Remember how we talked about the ban token?
Yeah.
And its whole get banned to profit concept?
Of course, that was one of the more bizarre twists in this whole saga.
Well, it sparked something really fascinating, a sort of meta-narrative that went beyond the token itself.
Meta-narrative?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty deep for a meme coin.
Think of it as a story within a story, you know? People weren't just trying to make money with ban.
Yeah.
They were, like, playing with ideas, these ideas of rebellion and censorship.
Wow.
They deliberately tried to get banned from the group, creating, like, outrageous memes just to test the limits of free speech.
So it became this social commentary on the power dynamics within online communities.
Exactly, and it highlights how these, like, seemingly frivolous meme coins can tap into, like, deeper human desires, you know,
Right.
This desire to belong, to express yourself, to challenge authority, even if it's, you know, just for laughs.
I'm starting to think we underestimated the sociological implications of meme coins. They're not just about speculation and profit. They're about community, identity, even social commentary.
It's like we're witnessing the birth of a new digital subculture with its own language, its own rituals, its own values.
A subculture fueled by memes, cheese, and the promise of overnight riches.
You got it. But let's not get too carried away with, you know, the theory just yet. I kind of want to bring it back to, like, the practical side of things.
Right. Let's ground ourselves in reality. What are some lessons that we could take from this whole Rly.Fun experience? Things that might be applicable to other projects, maybe even beyond the crypto world?
Okay. So one of the biggest takeaways, I think, is the importance of community. Rly.Fun's success, at least initially, was largely due to its vibrant and engaged community.
Right.
Yes, it was chaotic and meme-driven, but that energy was infectious.
So it's not just about building a great product or platform.
Yeah.
It's about cultivating, like, a loyal and enthusiastic user base.
Exactly, and that involves creating a sense of belonging.
Right.
Encouraging participation, empowering users to feel like they're part of something, you know, bigger than themselves.
Makes sense. People are more likely to invest their time, energy, and money into something they feel, connected to, even if it's just a, silly meme coin.
Another lesson is the power of experimentation.
Okay.
Both early dev and the community, they weren't afraid to try new things.
Right.
Remember the Radlock feature?
Yeah.
It emerged from that willingness to experiment, even if it meant, failing along the way.
So it's about embracing that fail fast, fail often mentality.
Exactly. That's how you push boundaries and discover those, truly innovative breakthroughs.
Right.
Think about it. A platform built on memes ended up influencing the development of like a core security feature that's now used across the entire Radix ecosystem.
Yeah. I'm starting to see how these like seemingly frivolous meme coin shenanigans can actually contain some pretty profound insights into like human behavior and innovation.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
What might look like chaos from the outside can actually be a breeding ground for like creativity and progress when viewed through the right lens.
You've given me a whole new appreciation for the power of memes and the communities that form around them. But let's be real, the meme coin space is inherently volatile. There's a lot of risk involved.
Absolutely. Fortunes were made and lost in the blink of an eye on Rly Fun.
Yeah.
We can't ignore that aspect of the story.
Right. Remember those front-running bots we talked about earlier?
Yes.
They could snatch up tokens within milliseconds of a new launch.
Yeah.
Talk about high-speed risk-taking.
It highlights the importance of like understanding the technical side of things.
Right.
You need to be aware of the potential pitfalls and have a strategy for managing risk.
But it's not just about technical knowledge, is it?
Right.
There's a psychological element to it as well. The fear of missing out, that FOMO factor, can be a powerful motivator.
Yeah.
And, not always in a good way.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
FOMO can lead to impulsive decisions that sometimes pay off big, but it can also lead to devastating losses.
So how do you navigate that emotional tightrope? How do you balance like the thrill of the chase with the need to, protect yourself?
I think it requires self-awareness, discipline, and a healthy dose of like skepticism.
Yeah.
You have to kind of detach yourself from the hype and make rational decisions based on your own, risk tolerance.
Easier said than done when you're surrounded by like memes and promises of overnight riches.
Right.
It's like resisting the siren song of the meme coin casino.
It is tempting, but ultimately it comes down to, doing your own research, understanding the risks involved, and never investing more than you can afford to lose.
Sound advice.
Yeah.
Speaking of wins and losses, I'm curious, what happened to like the big winners of the Rly Fun era?
Right.
Did they cash out and just disappear, or did they, reinvest their gains back into the Radix ecosystem?
It's a mixed bag, actually.
Yeah.
Some definitely took their profits and ran, but others became like key players in the Radix community, using their newfound wealth to support promising projects and contribute to the platform's growth.
So they were like the venture capitalists of the meme coin world, seeding the next generation of innovation.
Exactly, and their success stories, however fleeting, they further highlight the potential of meme coins to create real wealth and opportunity.
Okay, so Rly Fun had a significant impact on the Radix community, but what about its influence beyond that? Did this meme coin launchpad make any waves in like the wider crypto world?
Oh, it definitely caused a stir. Other platforms were watching closely.
Yeah.
Rly Fun's rapid rise and those, innovative features like Radlock attracted attention from like developers and investors across the crypto space.
So other platforms were taking notes, maybe even feeling a little bit of, FOMO themselves.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Rly Fun proved that meme coin launchpads could generate excitement, attract new users, and even, drive innovation. But of course, it also exposed some of the risks associated with this model.
Right, like the potential for scams, market manipulation, and the fact that, hype-driven growth isn't always sustainable. Kind of a cautionary tale wrapped in a meme. Right?
Exactly. It showed the world the power and the peril of harnessing the meme coin mania. It's a double-edged meme for sure.
Wow, we've covered so much ground already, from cheese-loving developers to meme-fueled social commentaries. It's clear that Rly Fun was more than just a place to trade tokens.
Right.
But before we move on to the final chapter of this saga, what are some key takeaways that we can apply to our own understanding of the crypto space, and maybe even beyond that?
Well, I think Rly.Fun reinforces the idea that community is at the heart of it all. You know, it's not just about the technology, it's about the people who believe in it.
Right.
And are willing to, support it.
So it's about tapping into that collective energy and channeling it towards something meaningful.
Exactly. And Rly.Fun, for all its absurdity and volatility, showed us that even meme coins can be a catalyst for building something bigger than themselves.
I'm starting to think that we shouldn't underestimate the power of memes.
Never underestimate the power of a good meme.
Yeah.
They can be tools for communication, social commentary, building communities, and even, driving innovation.
This whole deep dive has been an incredible journey. We've seen the best and worst of the crypto world, the triumphs, the failures, the greed, the generosity.
It's a reminder that the crypto space is this complex and ever-evolving ecosystem full of surprises and contradictions.
And that sometimes the most profound lessons come from the most unexpected places.
Totally.
Okay, I'm ready to explore the aftermath of Rly.Fun's decline. Mm-hmm. What happened next? Did the Radix ecosystem continue to evolve, or did it suffer a meme coin hangover?
You know what? The Radix community proved to be surprisingly resilient.
Really? So they didn't abandon ship when the meme coin craze died down?
Not at all. While the meme coin frenzy had subsided, the platform continued to attract developers and investors who were drawn to its unique features,
right,
and the promise of a more secure and scalable blockchain.
So they weathered the storm and came out stronger on the other side?
They did, and in many ways, I think that the Rly.Fun experience prepared them for the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead.
All right, color me intrigued. Tell me more about how the Radix ecosystem evolved in this post-Rly.Fun era.
Okay. So there was this noticeable shift toward more serious and utility-focused projects. Developers began building decentralized exchanges, stable coins, and other crucial infrastructure for a thriving DeFi ecosystem.
So they were laying the foundation for a more mature and sustainable crypto economy.
Precisely.
Okay, give me some specifics. What were some standout projects that emerged in this new era?
All right, so one example is OSISwap. This is a decentralized exchange that quickly became the go-to platform for trading Radix-based tokens.
Yep.
And it was designed with security and user-friendliness as top priorities, learning from the mistakes of those earlier, more volatile exchanges.
So it's like the grown-up version of Rly.Fun, but without the meme-fueled chaos.
You could say that. OSISwap offered this more mature and reliable platform while still maintaining a strong community focus. It's a good example of how the Radix community was able to take the best aspects of the Rly.Fun era, the community spirit, the innovation, and channel them into something more sustainable.
It seems like the Radix ecosystem didn't just, survive the meme coin hangover. It thrived.
Right.
They took the raw energy of that craze and refined it into something more sophisticated, more purposeful.
That's a great way to put it. And it's a testament to the strength of their community and the potential of the Radix platform itself. But of course, like any emerging technology, Radix still faces challenges.
Like what kind of challenges?
Well, like any blockchain, it needs to attract more users, more developers. Building out its ecosystem and competing with more established platforms is an ongoing effort.
But it sounds like they're well positioned to tackle these challenges.
Yeah.
They got a strong foundation. They weathered the meme coin storm, and they emerged as a serious contender in the blockchain space.
Right.
What do you think the future holds for Radix?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will it become a major player in the blockchain space, or will it just fade into obscurity? And what lessons can we, the listeners, take away from this whole Rly.Fun experience? What can we apply to our own lives, our own careers?
Yeah.
Those are questions worth pondering as we navigate this ever-evolving landscape of technology and innovation.
Right.
But one thing is for sure, the Rly.Fun saga is it's far from over.
You got that right. Even though the platform itself is inactive, its impact is still felt throughout the Radix ecosystem. It's like a ghost in the machine.
It is a ghost in the machine.
Yeah.
You know what? We've talked about the technology, the community, even the psychology of meme coins, but there's one more layer that I think we should explore.
Okay.
The philosophical implications.
Philosophy and meme coins. Now we're really going deep.
It might seem like an odd pairing, but think about the the core concepts at play here,
Okay.
Decentralization, community governance, the democratization of finance. These are all ideas that have been debated by philosophers for centuries.
And now we're seeing them play out in real time on this, chaotic, meme-filled digital playground.
Oh.
Rly.Fun, in its own bizarre way, became a testing ground for all these philosophical ideals.
That's a great way to put it. It forced us to confront some fundamental questions about how we organize ourselves and interact with the world. What does it truly mean to have a decentralized system?
Right.
Where does power reside in a community-driven ecosystem?
And what are the ethical implications of this new financial frontier? I mean, we saw both the positive and negative sides of that with Rly.Fun.
Exactly. Rly.Fun might not have provided definitive answers, but it certainly sparked some important conversations and got people thinking about these complex issues.
Okay, I'm officially mind blown. But before we get too lost in all the philosophical weeds, let's bring it back down to earth.
Okay.
What are some practical takeaways from this deep dive into the philosophy of meme coins? How can we apply these insights to our own lives and decisions?
I think the key takeaway here is to be more conscious of the systems that we participate in,
Right.
Whether they're financial systems, social systems, or even just the systems we create in our own minds.
So be more aware of the rules of the game, the power dynamics at play, and the potential consequences of our actions.
Exactly, and to be willing to question those systems,
right,
to challenge assumptions, and to explore alternative ways of doing things.
It's about being an active participant, not just a passive observer. Whether you're trading meme coins, building a business, or just trying to navigate the complexities of modern life.
Well said.
Okay, I'm ready for the grand finale. What ultimately became of this fascinating meme coin launchpad? Did it just fade away, or did it leave a lasting legacy?
Even though the platform itself is no longer active, its impact continues to reverberate throughout the Radix ecosystem. It's like a ghost in the machine.
Ghost in the machine. That's a great way to describe it.
Rly.Fun's spirit lives on in the projects it launched, the communities it fostered, and the lessons it taught us about the power of memes, the importance of community, and the unpredictable nature of innovation.
I'm starting to think that we should erect a digital monument to Rly.Fun, maybe a giant pixelated meme statue in Metaverse.
I love the way you think.
Yeah.
But seriously, I think the best way to honor Rly.Fun's legacy is to continue to build on the foundation it laid, to keep experimenting, to keep innovating, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the crypto space.
And never underestimate the power of a good meme to inspire, to connect, and to change the world. I think we've squeezed every last drop of insight out of this Rly.Fun deep dive.
Yeah, I think so too.
What are your final thoughts? What's the key takeaway from all of this?
The key takeaway. In the world of crypto, anything is possible. Memes can become money, communities can become movements, and the most absurd ideas can sometimes lead to the most profound innovations.
It's a wild world out there, full of surprises and opportunities.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Well said. Until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep diving.
It's kind of crazy to think that this platform that's built on memes and inside jokes had such a lasting impact.
It really speaks to the unpredictable nature of innovation, doesn't it?
Right.
Sometimes the most disruptive ideas come from the most unexpected places.
We've talked about the technology, we talked about the community,
Yep.
even the philosophy behind Rly.Fun. But
yeah.
Before we wrap up this deep dive, there's one more crucial element that I want to touch on.
Oh.
The role of risk and reward.
Ah, yes. The heartbeat of the meme coin world.
Yeah.
High stakes, rapid gains.
Right.
And the ever-present possibility of losing it all.
It's a roller coaster, that's for sure.
It is.
Remember those front-running bots that we discussed earlier?
I do.
The ones that could buy tokens within milliseconds of a launch?
Oh, yeah.
That takes some serious guts.
Yeah.
And a high tolerance for risk.
Absolutely. And it highlights just how crucial it is to, understand the technical landscape.
Right.
If you're going to play the meme coin game, you got to be aware of the tools and tactics at play.
Yeah.
And have a clear strategy for managing risk.
But it's not just about the tech, is it?
No, it's not.
There's this powerful psychological element at work here too.
For sure.
That fear of missing out, that FOMO factor, can be a major driving force.
Absolutely. It's a double-edged sword, that's for sure.
Right.
FOMO can push people to make impulsive decisions,
Yeah.
sometimes leading to big wins, but often resulting in, significant losses, especially in the volatile world of meme coins.
So how do you navigate that emotional tightrope?
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance the thrill of the chase with the need to protect yourself?
I think it requires a blend of, self-awareness, discipline, and a healthy dose of skepticism. You need to be able to detach yourself from the hype and make, rational decisions based on your own risk tolerance and financial goals.
Right. Easier said than done when you're surrounded by memes screaming "buy now" and promises of getting rich quick.
It is tempting.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it comes down to doing your own research, understanding the risks involved, and never investing more than you can afford to lose. This meme coin world, it's full of opportunities, but it's also littered with pitfalls.
Speaking of opportunities, I'm curious about the big winners from the Rly Fun era. Did they cash out and just disappear?
Right.
Or did they reinvest their gains back into the Radix ecosystem?
It's a mix, really. Some undoubtedly took their profits and moved on, but others, they became key players in the Radix community. They used their newfound wealth to support promising projects, almost like, venture capitalists seeding the next wave of innovation.
So they became patrons of the meme coin arts.
Exactly. And their stories, while often fleeting, really highlight the potential for meme coins to create, wealth and opportunity. But it's important to remember that those successes were often built on a foundation of knowledge, strategy, and a bit of luck. Okay,
so Rly Fun had a profound impact on the Radix community, but did its influence extend beyond that?
Yeah.
Did this meme coin launchpad make waves in the wider crypto world?
It certainly did. Other platforms were watching closely.
Yeah.
Rly Fun's rapid rise and innovative features, especially things like Radlock, caught the attention of developers and investors, across the crypto landscape.
So they sparked a trend, maybe even caused a little bit of, FOMO among other platforms?
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Rly Fun demonstrated the potential of meme coin launchpads to generate excitement, onboard new users, and even drive technological innovation.
Right.
But it also exposed some of the inherent risks of this model.
Right, like the potential for scams, market manipulation, and the fact that hype-driven growth, it isn't sustainable in the long run.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cautionary tale wrapped in a meme, isn't it?
It is, exactly. It showed the world both the power and the peril of meme coins, a double-edged meme, for sure.
Wow, we've really gone deep on this one, from cheese-loving developers to the philosophy of decentralization. It's clear that Rly Fun was much more than just a place to trade tokens. It was like a cultural phenomenon, a social experiment, and a testament to the unpredictable nature of innovation.
I think that's a fantastic way to sum it up.
Right.
It challenged our assumptions about where innovation comes from, highlighted the importance of community, and forced us to confront some fundamental questions about, technology, finance, and even ourselves.
So what's the final verdict? What ultimately became of this meme coin launchpad that shook up the Radix ecosystem?
Right.
Did it just fade away, or did it leave a lasting legacy?
Even though the platform itself is inactive, I would argue that its impact continues to reverberate throughout the Radix ecosystem. It's like a seed that was planted, and now we're seeing the fruits of its labor.
So it's more than just a ghost in the machine. It's like a ripple effect that's still expanding outward.
Exactly. Rly Fun's legacy lives on in the projects it launched, the communities it fostered, and the lessons it taught us about the power of memes, the importance of community, and the ever-evolving nature of the crypto world.
I think it's safe to say that Rly Fun earned its place in the crypto history books,
even
if it's a chapter full of absurdity and unexpected twists.
It certainly did.
Yeah.
And its story serves as a valuable reminder that in the world of crypto, as in life,
Right.
we should always be prepared for the unexpected, embrace change, and never underestimate the power of a good meme.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this epic deep dive into the world of Radix meme coins. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride.
It is my pleasure.
Until next time.